warm-up guy as well. But great place to see comedy. The food is great. The atmosphere is great. So check out Burroughs Roadhouse, 810-227-6000, or you can go to their website, burroughs-roadhouse.com. That's burroughs-roadhouse.com. There, see? I boo-booed that up right at the beginning, but we got back to it. So let's go over the 6 facilities you do have. You want to talk about where they're located at?
Sure. So our first one is Wellbridge of Brighton, and that's on Door Road in Brighton. Then our next one is Wellbridge of Novi, and that's on 11 Mile Road in Novi. After that, we have Wellbridge of Romeo, and that's on Main Street in Romeo. Then came Wellbridge of Rochester Hills on Meadowfield Drive in Rochester Hills. Wellbridge of Fenton in Genesee County, that's on Pine Creek Drive. And then Wellbridge of Pinckney, which just opened in October, but we received our official opening just this past week. So we are now able to admit patients to Wellbridge of Pinckney. Medicare, Medicaid, private pay, auto insurance, work comp insurance. So
let's go over that for a minute, because you did tell me something that I think I knew a little about, but it still boggles my mind. When you open like that, so you get your first certification to open, but you've got to do a certain amount of work basically for free.
Yeah,
right?
So when you open a new building, there's a demonstration period where you have to demonstrate to the state of Michigan that you are ready to open, ready to take care of people. So they come in and they do the inspection of the building while there's nobody there, and then they give you the go-ahead, and then you bring in and maintain a census of around 10 patients, and you take care of them. Usually it takes a couple months. You take care of them for free. You don't bill for any services. And then they will come back. The state of Michigan comes back, looks at your records and looks at, everything again and make sure that everything looks good. And then they give you the go-ahead to go ahead and admit people after you have your fire marshal inspections.
Right. So some lucky people manage to get in and get the recovery all done for free.
Yes.
I'm going to have to try and schedule my...
When the next new build opens, we'll be opening. We're actually looking at 2018 to open another Wellbridge in Grand Blanc. So maybe you'll want to.
I'm going to knock on wood and hope that.
Yes, and then another one in Clarkston. So
okay, well, good.
In 2018, so 2 more already being built.
Wow! So you guys are growing. That's pretty. Lots of growth, really fast.
Yes.
So is it because of the aging boomer population?
Yes.
That's why we're having this?
It is, yep.
Yeah. Now, do you guys do anything else other than the rehab and the wellness? Is that it right now?
That's it.
Okay, Right, great. Well, let me ask you, so what's the probably average? Is there an average length of time, or would it be based on whether it's a hip, a knee, a shoulder, whatever?
It does depend on the diagnosis what the person is there for, because someone could come and need 6 weeks of IV antibiotics. So their length of stay would be longer. But typical, in general, everybody together, it's about 2 to 3 weeks.
2 to 3 weeks, which is a pretty substantial amount of time to be away from your home. And so I know that I can't even vacation for more than 2 weeks, and I want to be back home. So it's pretty important that the place you go to when you're in recovery, that, how many hours a day does somebody actually do the therapy? Well,
it's really based on what they can tolerate, but usually 1 to 2 hours, 7 days a week. So, they have time to do other things. One thing I wanted to mention, too, is that if you are there and you have a dog or, a pet that you want to see, they are welcome. So your family member could bring them in to see you as long as they've had their vaccinations. And they can't stay there, but they can come for visits. We have activities every day. There's something going on. And if you're well enough where you can go out of, and go to a store or something, you're not required to stay there and not leave the building. you
Right.
know, the whole time that you're there.
Yeah, so you can come and go as long
Yes.
as you're up for it, I guess, at that point. But let me ask you this, and you guys also do the outpatient, which is a whole nother venue for you.
Yes, so if you're going home and you still need a little extra therapy, you can come back to Wellbridge and work with the same therapist that you're already used to and continue to have your physical, occupational, speech therapy services while living at home.
Right. So if somebody is just getting a prescription for 4 weeks of therapy from the doctor for, say, their shoulder or whatever your hand is, occupational stuff, so people can actually use you like they would the ATIs or anyone else, right?
Yes.
They can come in and go to Wellbridge for that. So I don't want people at home thinking this is just, the catastrophic hip and knee thing. This is, if you have any therapy coming that your doctor is prescribing for you, you can certainly call up Wellbridge and get it done there as well. And it's a great facility. That's, if I had a hand, shoulder, whatever going on, I think I'd call you guys before I'd be anywhere else because it's such a beautiful facility.
It is. It's very comfortable. I tell everyone that I would stay at any of our buildings without hesitation. They're very nice. The staff is great. It's mostly registered nurses that we hire, and so we can take care of those higher medical conditions, higher needs. And the food is awesome. We have chefs that we bring in, so it's not institutional food. It's really restaurant-style food. And
tell us about the chef at
Yeah.
Pinckney, because you were telling me when I was visiting there that you...
So he has experience from down in Louisiana, and during our open house, it was just phenomenal. He had some really, really elaborate dishes, and it was really wonderful. So everyone loves the food, and if you're going to be there for any length of time, the food is very important.
Yeah, I mean, that's what kind of just, as we're talking here, I'm thinking to myself, oh my gosh, if I had 2 hours of therapy a day, and I'm going to sleep maybe 8 hours a day, that's 10. I still got 12 hours a day that I have to spend in the facility. Even if I leave and go to the bookstore or out for a movie or out whatever, I've still got to spend, basically another 10 hours, waking hours, mind you, in the facility, either knocking around the hallways or at the bistro or something, or in my room.
Or in the game room.
We forgot about the game room, didn't we?
Yeah, there's a multi-generational game room. In most of our buildings, they have slot machines and foosball tables
Right.
and pinball machines. So lots of different types of games for our guests or for, visitors.
Okay. So let's put you, what differentiates you then, among all the things that we've talked about, what else might you would say would differentiate you from the competition?
Well, none of our competition has the amenities like we've talked about. So that is, one of the things, a major thing. Our 5-star rating is among the highest in the state. So I compare monthly our Wellbridge facilities with other companies, and we are the highest among, I would say, the 10 companies that I compare to in Southeast Michigan. So our quality is phenomenal. And then our whole philosophy of care, we want all of our guests to have an EPIC stay. And EPIC stands for excellence, passion, innovation, and care. So those are the 4 things that our company really focuses on, and we really strive to have all of our guests really enjoy their stay as much as possible and recommend, and we have many customers who come back again if they're having another procedure that they, have enjoyed and recovered well and went home and would come back to us and do come back to us for care in the future.
Okay. Let's talk a little bit, I don't know how much you can say about your owner or ownership anyways, because you guys aren't that massive national company. You guys are a local company that is growing and doing very well. One owner, group of owners?
Yeah, there's 5 men.
Okay.
5 men.
All right, well, give your contact number because we're out again. Shall we use the 517?
You can use my cell phone number.
Okay.
It's 517-404-8099, and anyone can feel free to call me for questions or tours or anything.
Okay, great. Well, Julie, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.
We'll do it again.
Thanks.
Take care. And we'll see you all on the other side of the break.
People are always on the move, driving to work, hauling the kids to practice. How do they keep up to date? They listen to Wham Talk 1600 just like you. If you're a business owner, your message can reach these people wherever their travels take them. People tune to Wham Radio for intelligent conversation with hosts like Joe Pags, Glenn Beck, Tyrone X, and Dana Lesh. And they'll stay tuned for your message as well. Call 734-971-1600 today and advertise your business on Wham Talk 1600 and whamradio.com.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. The president's travel ban is temporarily blocked by a federal judge at some airports. Confused travelers. Fox's Will Carr is at Los Angeles International.
We've seen a steady flow of international passengers coming, and they tell us that they're happy that the ban has been suspended. They're scared that it may go back into effect. If some people who are coming in from countries that were never banned tell us they were concerned about whether they would actually get into the country.
The president at the so-called Winter White House, Mar-a-Lago in Florida, where protests are expected.
Over 2,000 people signing up on Facebook. There are some security concerns about blocking off entrances and exits to Mar-a-Lago.
Fox's Steve Harrigan. The Los Angeles police just announcing there have been arrests made in a 1993 fire that killed 10 people, including 7 children. And volunteers are scrambling to find homes for hundreds of wild horses in South Dakota. Fox News, we report, you decide.
This is Mark with Ashleman Equipment. Need help with your property maintenance? Ashleman Equipment has LS tractor loaders ready to go. Power steering and hydro transmissions make driving fun and easy for the whole family. Want to stay out of the weather? Cab tractors with heat and AC in stock. Buckets, forks, snow blades are changed with just a pull of a lever. LS Tractor is the highest quality tractor in the U.S. and #1 in customer satisfaction, awarded by EDA for 2015 and again in 2016. Highest quality, more features standard, 5-year warranty, free loader, and 1.59% financing qualifying. Ashleman Equipment in Whitmore Lake is at exit 50 on US 23, just north of Ann Arbor. Call 734-994-6000. That's 734-994-6000.
The UPS store in the Coventry Commons Shopping Center in Canton is your one-stop shop for all your packing and moving needs. Owner Gail Berry and her team are certified packing experts. Packing materials and boxes are available for the do-it-yourselfers. Freight shipping services are available along with custom crating for fragile items. 43311 Joy Road at Morton Taylor in Canton. Mention Wham for 10% off shipping.
This is Tyrone saying visit my Tea Party Patriot pal Gail at the UPS store.
It's been 5 years since we met Kelly Brighton, just before her weight loss surgery.
I was almost 300 pounds. Because of the Michigan Bariatric Institute, I've lost the weight. I now have the tools to keep it off. I'm a better mom, I am a better wife, and I'm just a better Kelly Brighton, I think.
Begin your journey. Try a free monthly educational seminar at St. Joe's Livingston. Visit stjoeshealth.org/MBI to learn more.
You're listening to The Drift on Wham Talk 1600. Join in the conversation at 734-822-1600. Now, back to your host, Gary Wellings.
And good Saturday afternoon. Thanks for tuning in, catching The Drift with me, and joining me in studio, Ipsy Ed. Good to see you come in, man.
Yeah,
I didn't think you were coming.
Well, you know.
Yeah, good to have you aboard.
Managed to get done with work in time. And
yeah.
it was good listening to
Julie
from Wellbridge, yeah.
Yeah, great. Well, let me take care of a little business. Our sponsor this half hour, Dalton Environmental Cleaning, when clean air matters. 25 years of quality guaranteed in their work. 1-877-DALTONS or 1-877, that's 325-8667, or you can go to DaltonEnvironmentalCleaning.com. Getting those ducts cleaned, I'm lucky now. I live in a house that... Not ducks. Ducts. Getting your ducts, and I tell you what, if you got to give them a call, you will not believe what is in your air ducts. My previous house, I had the air ducts cleaned, and oh my gosh, the stuff that was in those ducts after 40 years was just disgusting. And so if you're one of those people with allergies, or you got pets, you got stuff like that, stuff gets dragged into your system with that heating and cooling going on. So make sure you get your air ducts cleaned. Try it once a year or something. Right now they've got $25 coupon in the current. So give Dalton's a call, 1-877-DALTONS or 325